Kumusta po kayo? Ganitong magpadala ng pera sa Pilipinas through Sendwave. Mataas na ang exchange rates, wala pang service fees. I-enter lamang ang iyong pangalan, email address, cellphone number, at gumawa ng password. I-verify ang iyong account gamit ang code na itinext or email sa iyo. I-click ang person icon na nasa itaas bandang kanan at i-enter ang promo code para sa libreng credit na pwedeng gamitin sa iyong unang padala. I-enter ang pangalan ng iyong recipient upang ma-register ito. Pumili kung paano mo gustong matanggap ang perang ipapadala. Pwedeng via GCash. Siguraduhin lamang na fully verified ang GCash account at hindi pa umaabot sa maximum limit. Pwede ring cash pickup. Makakakuha ang recipient ng text message na may voucher code para maklaim sa Cebuana, Palawan Pawn Shop, M. Luwilier at iba pa. At syempre, pwede ring sa major banks gaya ng Metro Bank, BDO at PNB. Ilagay ang city o address ng iyong recipient at isave. I-click ang send at ilagay ang amount na ipapadala. Idagdag ang iyong debit card information, zip code at billing address. Maaaring kailanganing i-verify ang iyong identification. Kaya ihanda agad ang picture ng iyong ID para ma-upload sa Sendwave app. Siguraduhin lamang na ang iyong ID ay mula sa iyong bansa. I-click ang submit at i-confirm ang iyong transaction. Ilang minuto lamang ay matatanggap na ang iyong padalang pera kung GCash o 1 hanggang 5 oras naman sa bank account. O subukan nyo na! I-download mo na ang Sendwave app ngayon.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. We are so happy to be here. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Ayan! Inunahan mo na agad.
Thank you for coming over. We're so excited, really.
And of course, we are very grateful sa Noy Pits, the Noy Pits, for having us. Thank you at talaga namang sinusuportahan nyo ang mga shows na katulad po namin. So maraming salamat po. I am Lani Misalucha and
Nonoy Zuniga.
And this is going to be our very first time
First time to be in a show, one full show together.
That is correct.
Yes.
We had our own shows in the past. Kung minsan ako po yung guest ng grupo nila.
Yeah.
And kung minsan naman...
Kami naman ang guest mo.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Sila naman yung minsan na nagiging guest sa show ko. Yan. So, but this time, at least I get to have a full concert with Mr. Nonoy Zuniga.
Well, it's been a long time, Lani. It's also, I've been wanting this show with you for a couple of years back. Pero you were so busy, so pinabayaan mo na namin sila. Ngayon tayo na.
Ngayon tayo na.
Natuloy na rin.
Yes.
Yes.
So we are all grateful to all our sponsors and yung mga producers namin na, na talagang pinagsama kaming dalawa and who actually mounted this show for all of you.
We have a lot of questions from the press here, both here and in the Philippines. We're going to call them. But before that, I think we'd like to call in on stage as well a true musical icon, the great Louie Reyes on stage as well. Ayan. Napaka-star-studded talaga ng evening na ito. And just to let you know, press conference pa lang. What? Diba? So I think we're ready as Miss Louie Reyes is making her way on stage. to our distinguished panel. Our first
Hello, Louie.
question will come from all the way from the Philippines, from GMA 7. And I'd like to ask him to kindly unmute himself. How about a big round of applause for Mr. Lars Santiago?
Santiago po yan kasi alam niya na medyo na-stuck po kami sa Philippines. Okay, ito lang yung quick na story. Noong 2020, I went to Philippines to do a show with Basil Valdez. It was parang post-Valentine show. So nakapag-show kami ni Basil Valdez ng 2 nights. And then after that, March, the following month, March na, nakapag-guest pa ako sa ASAP to promote my single na song. And then the following week, noon, nag-lockdown na. So, syempre, alam naman natin lahat kung anong nangyari, di ba? Sa buong mundo na lockdown tayo, walang trabaho, we have to stay in our respective homes. So yun yung nangyari sa aming mag-asawa. We stayed in the Philippines because of that. And then the same year, 2020, August, merong mga nangyaring mga health issues sa aming mag-asawa. Nagkaroon ng triple bypass yung husband ko. And then, ang daming di ba? So, you know, all this time ng pandemic, you're praying to God na hindi kayo magka-COVID, hindi kayo magkasakit. Pero iba naman, hindi nga kayo nagka-COVID, hindi kami nagka-COVID na mag-asawa, pero iba naman yung binigay na sakit. So, na heart attack siya, tawag namin atake de amor. Ganon. So, na triple bypass siya. And then, that was August, and then nagpahinga lang ng September. The October naman, pareho kaming nagkasakit ng bacterial meningitis. So, di ba, ang saya-saya. So, kaya siguro ikikwento ko na yung iba pag concert na kasi baka matagalan tayo at yung mga nag-aantay sa Pilipinas, siguro kanina pa sila nag-aantay sa amin. Pero tinatanong siguro nga ni Lars, ano na ba, kamusta na nakabalik na ako? After being in the Philippines for 22 months, Lars, I am very, very happy that I am back in Las Vegas. I am back to my 5 grandchildren. I am just so happy to be playing with them every single day. Actually, I just wanted to put it that way, playing. In other words, yaya. So, but what a blessing. What a blessing, pagiging yaya. But yes, Larry, I'm, being back home. Actually, ang home naman is, it could be anywhere. Diba? As long as, you have your loved ones with you, you have, you are enjoying your life at the moment. So, ang home is, I can consider home anywhere. But as of the moment, my home is in Las Vegas, where my 2 daughters are living also, and of course, with my grandchildren. Yun. So, okay ako, Lars. Alam mo, sa The Clash, sa totoo lang, pag meron kaming taping sa The Clash, parang lang kami naglalaro. Yun yung napakamasarap sa trabaho na parang hindi ka nagtatrabaho. Kasi, you're enjoying your time. Yun yung sinasabi mo na pumasok si Ken Chan at saka si Raver Cruz na mukha silang waiter. Kasi naglalaro nga lang kami. Si Ai, alam mo naman si Ai na napaka-komedyante. Talagang pinapasok niya yung dalawa na naka-bow tie na gano'n. Yun yung naglolokohan lang kami na mukha silang mga waiter. Nakakamiss yung mga taping na gano'n, Lars.
Hello, Lars. It's really good to see you, huh? Long time no see. Anyway, kami ni Lani, talagang kahit na first time namin together, matagal na naman kami magkakilala. Kaya on stage, off stage, okay kaming dalawa, ang rapport namin, para talagang matagal na kami magkakaibigan. Kaya nung nagkataon kami magkasama ngayon in this show, we're both excited. And we're very sure that this show will entertain you guys because this is different from others that we had before. Ibang-ibang show na to.
Kumusta po ang dyan, yung concert scene dyan sa Amerika? Kasi nga, di ba, may mga left and right yung mga cancel na show sa mga US performers. Kumusta po ang concert scene dyan? Good evening.
Very ano po,
to-
nag-o-open na po kasi ang market ngayon. It's already opening up because yung mandate, yung mask mandate bumaba na. So medyo nagbubukas na yung market. So nag-uumpisa na nagbibilihan na ng tao ng tickets. Nag-uumpisa na sa New York, sa LA, sa Vegas, everywhere. Nag-uumpisa na po. So nagtitrickle na yung mga buyers natin. Medyo meron pang natatakot. So we want to break that fear. In fact, this concert Timeless Season will be the first of many concerts to come. So kami yung parang mag-uumpisa, magbukas ng market. So we really believe that the start of the concert season will be opened by these two brilliant singers, plus Louis Reyes and Jed Madela. So talagang we're so excited. Maraming ang tumatawag na, nagre-reserve pero hindi pa bumibili. Siguro natatakot pa. However, maganda na. Tuloy-tuloy na yung bilihan ngayon.
That's good.
Medyo nag-hedge
that's
pa na
nice
konti.
to hear.
Kasi once they see the concert open at marami ng taong nanonood, mag-uumpisa na yan. Tuloy-tuloy na yan. So kami yung parang guinea pig sa concert scene. Pero, kami yung sacrificial. Pero we would produce a very, very good show. Because these are some of the brilliant singers that we have in the Philippines. And this is musically directed by Lori Illustre. And so we are really, this is a very creative ensemble of a very good lighting director, a very good sound engineer, and a wonderful musical director. So meron tayong magandang support for this project. Para pag pinalabas namin, matutuwa ang tao na bumalik ulit sa panunood ng concert. Babalik ulit sila. Okay?
Oy, Miss Lani, kumusta ka na? Kaya-kaya na bang...
Well, syempre, kailangan nating dumaan syempre sa mga, kumbaga, training uli. Hindi ko naman i-deny na, na yun nga, mga nagkasakit ako, no? Na somehow,
Yes.
nakita ko talaga yung difference, no? ng pag-perform ko noon kesa sa after kong magkasakit. I really felt the difference. Number one, I guess it's also, the age, pero ito parang wala kahit anong sabihin mo, parang ganun pa rin yung boses niya. Yeah, totoo. Di ba parang, hindi, sa totoo lang. So I really have to go through, retraining myself. Especially yung sa
Okay.
condition ko na well, I want to consider myself as disabled na rin. I lost my hearing. Now, I'm telling you guys that, I lost, kumbaga half-deaf na ako eh. My right ear cannot hear anymore. It can only hear ringing.
Oh.
That's all it, that's, so, I have to retrain myself wherein one ear can only hear. Hindi kasi siya pantay. That's why meron din akong vestibular disability wherein I am consistently, actually kaming dalawang mag-asawa, we're consistently dizzy. So, wala na yung balance sa brain namin dahil nga na somehow nagkaroon ng damage yung brain namin because of the bacterial meningitis. So, yun, June. I have
hope you're
to
okay
retrain
already.
myself.
Ayun na. Kaya pa.
Ha?
Kaya pa, Miss Lani?
Oo
Kaya ba?
naman. I mean, from the time na lumabas ako ng hospital, 3 months after kong lumabas ng hospital, pinilit akong bumalik sa The Clash noon, ng 2020 pa noon. Nung time na yon, hindi ako nakakatayo. The whole time I'm singing, nakaupo lang talaga ako. Because talagang pwede akong matumba. As in, matutumba talaga ako. The whole time, nakaupo lang ako. Somehow nakakakita ako ng progress. At least after 6 months, nakakakanta na ako ng nakatayo. Pero nakapaa. I have to be barefoot para at least talagang nararamdaman ko yung floor, yung ground. So, pero nung bago
Hirap,
ko
no?
bumalik dito sa Amerika, nung nag-all out Sundays ako, yung isang progress na nakita ko sa akin is nakakapag-high heels na ako. Kahit papano na hindi ako natutumba. So, alam mo yun, unti-unti. So, 'di ba? So kakayanin kung ano man yung sa awa ng Diyos, kung ano man ang ibibigay niya, then I will still, kumbaga nga kay Celine Dion, my heart will go on.
Kayang-kaya.
Char.
Parang walang sakit si Lani, pero ang galing. Parang wala, pero kayang-kaya talaga ni Lani. Iba. Iba ang Lani, Misalucha. Bali wala yung mga
Good luck, Lani. Si Mr. Nonoy naman, kumusta ka naman? Doc Nonoy, kumusta ka naman? Naging busy ka ba ng pandemic?
Okay naman ako, June.
Kumusta ka? How are you?
I'm okay. Siyempre, pandemic, sa bahay ka lang. What else are you going to do aside from watching all those movies and, di ba, mga soap opera sa TV? Kailangan mag-isip-isip naman para to improve yourself. So, kahit pa paano, kumakanta pa rin kami, o mga karaoke, gano'n, para lang ma-train. And also, sabi nga nila, retrain. And ma-vocalize pa ulit ang boses namin. Kasi siyempre, pag ang tagal ng bakasyon, para rin kotse yan. Hindi tatagal pag walang warm-up. So, June, nakakatuwa rin itong show namin kasi ito yung show na masasabi mong show ng Medicare. Andyan yung mga seniors at saka persons with disabilities. Yan. Ano ba? Masaya. May mga disabled na rito.
Nagsasaya naman kayo.
Pero malakas pa kami. Kahit may mga apo.
Good luck.
Maraming salamat, June.
Correct, di ba?
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck sa inyo show. Congratulations.
Mr. Eugene asks, please go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your video. There he is. Mr. Asis, hello po. Kamusta?
Nice to see Lani, Dewey, and Nonoy. Talaga namang hanggang ngayon ang mga talent nyo ay nag-uumapaw pa rin. So, sa inyong show, si Lani and Nonoy will headline, no? But si Louie at saka iba pang mga guests, paano nyo i-mount yung ganitong klaseng show na parang lahat ng talent dyan sa LA magiging guest?
Yes, we have different, I think I could probably help answer that question because I'm one of them, actually. We have amazing front act singers from Mr. Asis. For the different venues, there were artists that were specifically chosen for a particular venue, and I happen to be one of them. Garth Garcia was also here. We're going to be the ones headlining, front act for Miss Lani, Miss Louie, and of course, Doc Nonoy. This is going to be in the Beverly Hills venue at the Saban Theater on March 20th. So me, Jules Grazer, and Garth Garcia, among many others. But for the different venues po, meron pong specifically, there were people that were chosen specifically for each venue po, if that answers your question.
Okay. Tapos si Noy. Noy,
Yes, sir. Kumusta? Eugene?
based ka na ba talaga dyan? Hindi ka na uuwi dito? Kasi matagal ka na rin, hindi namin napapanood sa local scene.
Hindi, pabalik-balik lang ako. Actually, I was there last year. So, but the kids are here sa Vegas. I visit them once in a while, yes. So, ngayon, bakasyon ako dito. At least. At saka kailangan mag-rehearse para mas maganda ang show. Excited na kami ni Lani.
I think hindi mo na kailangan mag-rehearse.
Ako, hindi pwede, kailangan. Kailangan kasi, ano na eh, senior na eh.
Hindi halata. Anyway,
Okay.
good to see Miss Louie Reyes also. Na-meet ko rin one time dyan sa LA at saka kasama yung kanyang mister. But I'm very glad that you're still around and teaching music and sharing your talent.
Thank you. I'm also glad that I'm still around. All praise to the Lord.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Eugene Assis. We'd like to ask again, Mr. Lars Santiago.
This is the question from Bot Glorioso of Philippine Star. The live concert scene was greatly affected during the height of the pandemic. And now, slowly, the entertainment scene is trying to open again. What are your hopes and projections on the return of the live concert scene like here in the Philippines? And ano kaya yung mababago if ever? Thank you.
Well, definitely, marami talagang nabago. Okay. And yes, not only the live concert scene are the only ones affected during the pandemic. It was actually the whole entertainment industry, you know, the sports, of course, yung kaming mga singers, actors, mga movies, ano. So it was actually the whole entertainment industry ang naapektuhan. Now, you know, slowly, unti-unti nang bumabalik. Especially dito sa Amerika. Sa atin sa Philippines, hindi pa masyado talagang medyo mahigpit pa po talaga. We really cannot hold a concert like what we're going to do. What my hopes are, of course, siyempre ang hope namin, especially kami mga singers, entertainers, katulad ko na dancer, na alam mo yun, siyempre ang hope pa rin namin is for everything to go back to normal. You know, na we are just very, very grateful and thankful that somehow dito sa Amerika, medyo unti-unti na tayong bumabalik sa ganito. Pero syempre, may mga, you know, we're hoping na meron pa rin tayong mga restrictions like, you know, probably when we are, you know, as an audience, let's say we're seated together, you know, at least meron pa rin tayong, tawag mo doon, maingat pa rin tayo. You know, we would still be wearing our masks. So, yun din ang hope ko para sa Philippines na somehow makabalik na rin ang entertainment industry. At least, although sa TV, you know, nagtitaping pa rin naman kami, pero yung mga live performances talaga, na concert, wala pa talaga. Marami talagang nabago. Like, for us, kaming mga, pag nagtitaping kami ng The Clash, or kahit anong TV shows, pag nagtitaping kami, every single time that we are going to go inside the studio, we have to go through an RT-PCR test. So, paano kung marami kang TV shows na marami kang taping na gagawin? E di in 1 week, mga 3 beses susundutin yung ilong mo. So, but, you know, we cannot complain. You know, this is what we have to do now to keep ourselves safe. You know, we cannot complain na ilang beses na to. Hindi, trabaho to eh. You know, trabaho namin ang mag-taping. So, siguro I do not know kung ano ang magiging projection natin in the coming months. But I'm really praying and hoping na sana, at least towards the end of yung last quarter of this year, maging okay na talaga tayo lahat. Yun.
Okay, of course, I want to share those thoughts of Lani, no? Nasabi niya halos lahat. We just hope that everything will really get better, especially in the Philippines. Ang dami sa amin, yung mga kasama natin sa industriya, no? Sa music industry. Talagang walang trabaho, as in maraming nagutom, maraming nagkasakit lalo. at marami rin naapektuhan at namatay, no? Because of the pandemic. So we just hope and pray that everything will go back to, let's say, normal with a mask. Siguro gano'n, ano? Kahit nasabihin kasi nila na it's safe now, don't you think you will still wear a mask? Di ba? Parang, di ba, lalo yung mga seniors. No? Kunting sakit lang, ako mahirap. So, ang sa atin lang, we just have to keep ourselves healthy. Okay? Mga seniors, keep ourselves healthy. Yan. Nako talaga. Yun lang pong sikreto dyan. So, iwasan natin yung mga dapat na makakasama ng ating katawan. Iwasan po yan. So, we'll live longer and share and be happy with our families. Okay? Yun lang po.
All right, Miss
Okay.
Louie, if you want to add something pa.
Yes, of course, the pandemic really affected all of us, and not only health-wise, but also mentally. We've heard of people getting depressed and having a hard time getting out of depression. And then another thing is, we really had hard lessons learned during this pandemic. We suddenly realized that we need each other because we cannot rise out and get out from these dangerous times and these dangerous conditions that we're in if we don't help each other, if we are not concerned with each other's safety. Kasi hindi lang naman isang naapektuhan, lahat tayo naapektuhan eh. Kung konti lang ang susunod sa sinasabi ng health department, hindi rin magagawa, hindi rin mangyayari yung para kabutihan ng lahat, di ba? So talagang na-realize natin na in everything, in anything, because we're all in this beautiful world that the Lord gave us, we have to have concern and care for each other. We have to.
Ayun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lars Santiago, and
Thank
the
you.
press from the Philippines. Ayan.
Kumusta po kayo? Ganitong magpadala ng pera sa Pilipinas through Sendwave. Mataas na ang exchange rates, wala pang service fees. I-enter lamang ang iyong pangalan, email address, cellphone number, at gumawa ng password. I-verify ang iyong account gamit ang code na itinext or email sa iyo. I-click ang person icon na nasa itaas bandang kanan at i-enter ang promo code para sa libreng credit na pwedeng gamitin sa iyong unang padala. I-enter ang pangalan ng iyong recipient upang mai-register ito. Pumili kung paano mo gustong matanggap ang perang ipapadala. Pwedeng via GCash. Siguraduhin lamang na fully verified ang GCash account at hindi pa umaabot sa maximum limit. Pwede ring cash pickup. Makakakuha ang recipient ng text message na may voucher code para maklaim sa Cebuana, Palawan Pawn Shop, M. Luwilier at iba pa. At syempre, pwede ring sa major banks gaya ng Metro Bank, BDO at PNB. Ilagay ang city o address ng iyong recipient at isave. I-click ang send at ilagay ang amount na ipapadala. Idagdag ang iyong debit card information, zip code at billing address. Maaaring kailanganing i-verify ang iyong identification. Kaya ihanda agad ang picture ng iyong ID para ma-upload sa Sendwave app. Siguraduhin lamang na ang iyong ID ay mula sa iyong bansa. I-click ang submit at i-confirm ang iyong transaction. Ilang minuto lamang ay matatanggap na ang iyong padalang pera kung GCash o 1 hanggang 5 oras naman sa bank account. O subukan nyo na. I-download mo na ang Sendwave app ngayon.
Meron pong request yung press natin dito. Baka naman daw, pwede po tayo mag-sample.
Dunay kaya kong ipunin lahat ng bituin. Dunay kaya kong igapos ihip ng hangin. Dunay kaya kong pagbawal buhos ng ulan. Sa panaginip lang kita nahahagan tuwina dun lang.
Ang lamig! Woo! Grabe.
Let me tell you something. I don't have a hit song. In fact, in the Philippines, they couldn't place me. They don't know where to put me because I was classically trained. But very early on, I realized, ayoko nito. I wanted jazz, pop, and R&B, and that's what I went into. And so I became part of the New Minstrels for a long, long time. And then after that, I went into jazz and sang with Joe Sample and David Benoit and Bob James and Noel Pointer and all that. So, skip-a-doody, 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 skip-a-doom-pop-pop-pum, skip-a-day, skip-a-doody, doop-dee, doop-da-doop-ba, skip-a-doop-pop-pop-be-doop. Skip-pop-pop, skip-a-doop-pop, skip-a-doop-dee-ba-doop-dee-ba-doop-dee-ba-dee, I can go on and on and on. Naloloka na ako. Bye! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Conti partiro, sono viver mare, che lo so. No, 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 non esistono più. Conti olivi vifro, conti partiro. Ang taas pala nung nakuha ko. Yun lang.
Ito na po ang mga questions natin for the press here in Southern California.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm going to start with Mr. Ed Rame.
The question is, since you're an opening salvo for the opening of the concert scene in the United States or in the area, and I guess this is a collaboration of a lot of artists here, and probably this is the most original show that will be produced, that is not a canned one. So what is that kind of act or show that you will provide that makes it different from the canned shows in the Philippines that will make you the trailblazer here in the United States?
Well, first of all, this is going to be the first time that, a tandem of Nonoy and Lani. Although, marami kaming mga, kumbaga nga, mga common denominator, which is, just like I mentioned earlier, pareho kaming nagbanda, pareho kaming, yun nga lang, iba lang yung era niya, tsaka iba yung era ko. Yun lang yung different. Hindi, pero honestly, since the first time ito, we are just really happy that we are going to have a full band. And si Lori, si Nonoy, ako, we've been, putting our brains together to how to gather all the beautiful music para makakreate kami ng isang magandang show. So yun yung ginagawa namin ngayon. So you're going to be experiencing a different kind of musical show. Since na talagang pinag-isipan namin kung ano yung magandang mai-offer namin sa inyo.
I'd like to add pa, no? Aside from what Lani said, ang gagawin mo namin, it's not the usual na kanta na apat ng isang singer, apat kanta, pasok yung second singer, kakanta ng apat, and then they will do a duet, and then finale na. Hindi po ganun. That's the usual that we see, di ba? So ito, talagang dalawa. Umpisa pa lang kami ng dalawa kagad. And then palitan yan. Sa 1-2 songs. Mabilis. And then we'll have 3 or 4 production numbers. And then her song, which is Bukas. Di ba?
Ay, surprise na lang yun.
Oo nga. Basta surprise. Surprise baka wag na. I will not spill the beans. Oh. Basta pinagsama. It's not the usual na, anong tawag doon? Yung pinagsama na, hindi po yung ordinary mashup. Yan. Na ginawa ni Lori Ilustre. Magandang lumabas na sa mga songs namin. So, as you're all excited, kami po lalo na. Kasi maganda Sa rehearsal pa lang, maganda na
Thank you very much. And Mr. Ed, thank you po for that question. All right, next one is Miss Lou Sabas.
So, because just looking at you, the three of you, I was thinking, Louie, I know her genre, and you just told us that you're doing classic and Nonoy the ballads. So what can we expect on this show actually?
Ayun, yung binanggit niya kanina na it's going to be a disabled show.
I love it.
Siya na nagbanggit nun Siya na nagsabi nun Hindi ako. 'Di ba? Isang bingi at saka alam niyo na. 'Di ba? So kulang na lang siguro isang props namin, wheelchair, I don't know. Hindi, but really honestly, we are very excited and really grateful to God that somehow, we are slowly getting into the normal way of living. We have a full band, we have backup singers. This is a full-on show, full production. We have, it's going to be in a theater. In another city, it's going to be in a casino. In another city, it's going to be in a casino. So somehow, alam mo yon, na nagkakaroon ka ng parang confidence because nung 'di ba nung 2020 na parang buong mundo parang dumilim sa paligid mo na parang what is happening, but now somehow you're seeing hope at the end of that tunnel, seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Somehow nagkakaroon na kaming mga performers, entertainers, singers, dancers. Because somehow medyo nagkakaroon na kami ng, okay, somehow, unti-unti na, and somehow, sana pala, tuloy-tuloy na talaga to. And this show na first time namin magiging magkasama ni Mr. Nonoy Zuniga, I mean, this will be a combination of...
Different styles.
Well, yeah, different styles.
Yeah, di ba?
A balladeer and a beauty queen. So different talaga. So,
Yes!
Agree.
At least, di ba? Di ba? Ha? Oo. Dapat, di ba? Saan ka naman makakapanood? May full band, may singers, may singer, tapos may beauty queen. Oh.
Yes!
Di ba, Lani?
Ha?
Pag sinabi po nila ng full band, kasama, hindi yung ordinary 5-piece band.
Yeah.
5, hindi. Meron po kami blowing section, meaning May trombone, may trumpet, may saxophone, may percussionists, and backup singers. So talagang the works. Yung dancer, kami na lang ho yun. Di ba? Di ba si Lani, meron siyang song na nakahiga siya? Napapanood yun? Ito ho, kami ni Louie sasama, hihiga rin kami. Makikita niyo ang kaibahan yan.
Tsaka hindi ko na sila pababangunin. Hindi ko sila patatayuin.
Thank you, Miss Lou. Was that okay? Perfect. Okay.
Thanks, Miss Lou.
So right now, our next question will be coming from our virtual press, Mr. Oliver Carne. Mr. Oliver Carne.
I'm sure that we're gonna have a good time with this show because kay Miss Louie Reyes pa lang, it's already a treat. Right?
Yes lang po ako.
And my first question is for Lani. Lani, I heard that you're going to wear Oliver Tolentino's gown. So how many gowns are you wearing in the show?
Since it's going to be Miss Universe, there's going to be like, charot. Naku, parang ano yata? Parang, ha?
12 daw.
Parang mga 12 din. Siguro parang 3 lang naman. Mahirap naman na mag-ano. Kasi bukod nga sa ano ito, concert, actually fashion show talaga. So, i-ano na lang natin, i-trim down na lang natin sa 3,000.
Okay, but it's all Oliver Tolentino's gowns, right?
Yes, Oliver Tolentino from Beverly Hills.
Okay. My second question for you is, so right now, dito ka muna based sa Las Vegas. Now, I know that you're part of the Clash and pang 5th season na kayo next time kung matutuloy sa October, is that right?
Oh, yes. Sa ngayon, kasi parang sa nangyari sa last year, 2021. Alam mo yun, since na hindi pa naman talaga completely nawala ang pandemic, so parang nangangapa pa rin, siyempre ang mga TV shows at saka mga whatever shows, siyempre mangangapa ka pa rin, itutuloy ba, hindi itutuloy. Kasi ang The Clash kasi, all year round, naghahanap na kami ng auditioners. Okay? Dati nung pre-pandemic, yung mga, aside from us na talagang judges, ako, si Christian, at saka si Ai, meron pa kaming mga ibang mga judges na nag-i-screen ng mga auditioners. They really go to different parts of the country, sa Philippines, to seek for those singers. Since na may pandemic na, we cannot do that anymore. So, what they are doing is they ask all the singers to submit their videos na, nagpe-perform. So, ganun na lang ang ginagawa. Now, yun yung last year na parang, itutuloy ba natin? Hindi, itutuloy, hindi. Dahil nga parang ang hirap ng sitwasyon. But, of course, natuloy yung last year na The Clash. And now, for 2022, we are hoping and praying that there's going to be a 5th season ng The Clash. At least, somehow, di ba, medyo lumuluwag-luwag na rin ang sitwasyon sa Philippines. At saka, masunuri naman yung mga tao doon eh. Pag sinabi mong mask, alam mo yun. Pag sinabi mong face shield. So, yun. At mukhang meron naman. So, antabayanan na lang natin. So, at least patuloy pa rin ang ganyang klaseng talent show. So, please.
Excited.
5th season ng The Clash.
Thank you. I have one question for Mr. Nonoy Zuniga. In the past, hindi siya masyadong kasama doon sa mga batches ng hitmakers na nagpunta rito. Is there any chance na in the future with the hitmakers, so magkakaroon kayo ng ng tour also here in United States in the future?
Definitely, the hit makers, will be back, no? Will be back. This year, it will be announced by Amore. Pag na-final, actually it was finalized already, but yung mga details na lang. Pero for your info also, I was with the Hitmakers last 2019. We performed here in LA. Yung ibang shows, hindi rin ako nakasama. Ibig sabihin nun, nagbabakasyon ako nun dito sa Vegas, LA, and San Francisco. But now, since 4 na lang po kami, at lahat may kanya-kanyang mga kapansanan, kaya nagsama-sama pa rin. At buhay pa, hanggat buhay po ang mga fans namin. Si Haji, fans ni Haji, fans ni Marco Season, fans ni Ray, at fans din pa rin ni Rico J. Andito pa rin po kami para magbigay ng kasiyahan sa ating mga kababayan.
Yeah.
I have my last question for Miss Louie Reyes, please. Miss Louie Reyes, I know that you have been teaching music also or vocal techniques. Do you still do that? And if you do, when can they contact you?
Yes, I still teach actually, and they can contact me at my number, 818-640-2140.
Okay, thank you. That's
Thank
all
you.
my questions are. Congratulations and good luck with the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oliver Carne, our virtual question. Okay.
Back in Southern
Go ahead.
California. All right, Mr. Joe Cabilla.
Good evening. First of all, congratulations, Lani and Nonoy. Now, my question is for Loie. Loie, kailan ka mo mag-concert by yourself?
Depende yan. Tingnan natin. In the Lord's time.
Okay. For Nonoy. Noy, idol kita eh. Pero gusto namin malaman kung ano talaga ang pinakang-favorite mong songs. Hindi lang yung ginawa mo, i-compose mo. Yung pinakang gusto mo. Sino ang pinakang-favorite mo? Aside from Frank Sinatra, of course.
Si Lou Rolls.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yung mga... Yeah.
And finally, for Lani, masyado kang namimiss ng Pilipino sa Las Vegas, yung mga dating ginagawa mo.
Miss Lani, namimiss ka na daw ng Filipino sa Las Vegas. Kailan ka daw babalik?
Pasensya na, hirap talaga ng bingi, ano? Sa totoo lang po kasi talagang somehow nag-retire na ako sa pag-i-strip. Pag-i-strip. Parang kung sakaling gagawin ko ngayon yun, medyo ikakasama ng katawan nyo yun. Hindi, sa totoo lang, nung time po na yun talagang somehow semi-retired na po ako sa performing sa Vegas. Kasi, syempre, ang Las Vegas show, ano po talaga yan 5 times a week. Nung time namin ng Society of Seven, di ba? Pag nagpo-perform kami, talagang raw singing, di ba? Raw playing, walang assistance ng mga tawag mo dyan, ng technology, ng machine. So talagang meron talagang time na nawawala yung boses ko kasi syempre ang hirap mag-perform sa Las Vegas, dry na dry. Talagang 'di ba, may tawag silang Vegas throat kasi talagang mauubos ang boses mo. So, I don't know kung mangyayari pa uli yun in the future. I do not know kung anong klaseng show ang gagawin ko, kung maghuhubad ba ako, hindi ko alam.
So what are the chances?
Ha? Na ano ko na maghubad? Ano ba?
Wow, kuya. Sandali. Hoping, ha?
Hindi po, siguro kung meron na talaga na magandang concept na show, why not? Na ganun uli 5 times a week talagang super performance. Why not? If there's really a very good... kasi ang laban na naman kasi dyan, producer eh.
Yes. Andiyan pa naman si Lelen.
Ano po?
Andiyan pa rin sila Mendry and others.
Oh, sina Kuya Mendre, the Lilins. Pero yun nga, it's all about the concept of the show. Kasi alam nyo naman na talagang napakaraming shows sa Las Vegas na kailangan mong tapatan. Di ba? Yung mga, my gosh, dyan mo na lang papanoorin, nandyan sina Celine Dion or I think si Adele nandyan, magpupunta. Merong, nandyan si J-Lo, di ba? So, tsaka nandyan si Donnie and Marie. So, meron kang dapat talagang isang klase na konsepto ng show na talagang pupuntahan ka ng tao. Hindi maaring pwedeng so-so lang. Otherwise, hindi ka papansinin. So, it takes a lot of different ingredients to produce a show. You know, from the show itself, syempre, also from to how to market it, hindi po biro eh. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen again. Tsaka hindi na talaga kaya ng balakang ko eh. So, mahirap ng... Ha? Ano yun?
Mahirap na mag-pole dancing.
Mahirap na mag-pole dancing. Kailangan ko munang banat-banatin ng ano ko. Ang mga kasukasuan ko. Pero yun talaga, nakakamiss din naman yung ganong show na everyday. But I don't know. Ano daw po? Who knows? Lagi namang may pag-asa. Yan. Laging may pag-asa.
Thank you, Miss Lani. Pero alam mo, actually, that's a really good question. Would it be nice to see our Filipino entertainers sa stage ng Vegas? Diba?
Of course.
Grabe, Vegas residency, all Filipino entertainers. Looking forward to hopefully see. Diba?
So we're going to go back to Mr. Lars Santiago. Take it away, pa, Mr. Santiago.
Okay. From Kate Adahar, one of our most popular vloggers. Ano raw ba ang theme and the lineup of songs sa Timeless seasons?
Well, since na iba-iba yung tema ng genre of music namin, ako iba, si Mr. Nonoy iba, si Miss Louie here iba, si Jed pa, iba rin. So, syempre, we're trying our best to gather different type of music para naman makater namin lahat. From 5 years old to 500 years old. So, at least mabibigyan namin sila ng iba't ibang klaseng music na madidinig nila. So, hindi pa namin ma-disclose syempre para at least naman makapunta kayo talaga to really find out what kind of songs, kung ano yung gagawin namin.
For Lani, ito from Jojo Gabinete of Pep.ph. For Lani, may plano ka bang ikonsulta sa US doctors ang problema mo sa pandinig, yung hearing problem mo, para bumalik sa normal?
Actually, kami ni Papa Nols, pupunta na kami sa iba't ibang doctors. Tinitingnan namin kung ano yung pwede nilang isuggest. Kasi, nung nasa hospital kami, so there were, of course, different doctors in our room. Nandyan yung neurologist. Andyan ang, ano ba yun? Ano yung toxicologist, yung mga, basta iba-ibang mga doktor yung tumitingin sa amin. Andun yung mga EENT. So, yung neurologist, sabi niya sa amin, yung type na nangyari sa amin, parang somehow medyo very rare, pero hindi maraming cases na nangyaring ganyan. Usually, yung tipong nung bacteria na pumasok sa amin, yun talaga ang tinatawag nilang sequelae. Kumbaga yung damage niya, which is hearing loss and and also the vestibular disability. So sinabi nila, siyempre nagtatanong kami, gagaling ba kami? Babalik ba ang hearing namin? Hindi na ba kami mahihilo after 3 months? Wala silang sinasabing definite na answer. Kasi nga, iba-iba ang mga cases. Merong mga 3 months, okay na. Merong 6 months, dun pa lang nakakakita ng progress. Sinabi sa amin, if yung damage, kasi nagkaroon kami ng inflammation sa nerves, sa brain namin. Yung husband ko nagkaroon ng internal hemorrhage sa brain. So, maraming pamamaga ng nerves sa brain namin. Sinabi sa amin na kapag bumaba yung pamamaga dun sa brain namin, there's most likely na makakakita kayo ng progress or ng pagkakaiba. But the thing is, it was already over a year and we're still like this. So, in other words, ano na to? Permanent na. So but yung sa question mo, yes, we're still seeing other doctors kung ano yung pwede nilang sabihin pa. I don't know, I guess it's just a matter of what? 1,000 prayers or, or miracle. And, kung ano man yung nangyari sa amin ngayon, we gladly accepted it. Kung gagaling, panalo, di ba? Kung hindi, ganun talaga eh. So, but of course, hindi kami titigil na makipag-usap pa sa mga ibang doktor kung anong pwedeng gawin. So, yun, we're still seeing other doctors and we'll see what they have to say. Actually now, nagagamot kami uli ngayon, so.
One more question. This is a virtual question all the way from New York City. Mr. Troy. Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock in the morning now from New York. Troy.
Hi,
Go
Lani.
ahead.
Good
Troy,
evening po.
there you go.
So, one question lang ako. Since, two questions pala. Since the show in New York is April 9, which is Bataan Day, will you be having like some sort of a tribute to the fallen heroes of Bataan for that day? And also, will you be having a tribute song for the victims of the pandemic in any of your shows? Yun lang.
Doon sa naman namin, meron kaming in-include na somehow na inspirational song. Siyempre, hindi mawawala yan, kasi siyempre, kailangan natin mag-include tayo ng somehow an inspirational song. Pero, para sinasabi mo na particularly para doon sa Bataan Day, hindi namin naisip yun. Pero thank you for telling us na wala na sa isip namin na Bataan Day pala yun. Pero, pag-isipan namin, tingnan natin kung ano.
Tsaka yung mga tribute sa mga COVID victims, Manila and
Correct.
elsewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Salamat po.
Salamat.
Thank you. So I think, okay, so that was it. There you go. So before we do the photos, I'd just like to go ahead and recognize our sponsors. Okay, so once again, as I mentioned their names, please be generous, show some love, and give them a big round of applause. Because you know what, without them, again, this would not be made possible. All right, starting off with our major sponsor, Sendwave. A big round of applause for Sendwave, you guys. All right, we have Grace Maganto and Emma Reyes. Big round of applause for them. We have Renee Calapini and Fakla. Fakla, there you go, Mr. Renee. Laura Manesse. She's still here. Very good. All right. Mr. Raji Padilla and Heidi Bacasio. Yeah, big round of applause for them. Mr. Garth Garcia and Shine Garcia, who happens to be one of our performers as well for Beverly Hills. We have, of course, Miss Louie Reyes and Cesar de la Fuente. We have Melanie Ascuna and Tony Pizarro. Big round of applause for them. Jackie Dayoha and Selena Hines right here, all the way from San Diego, California. Dr. Mel Kizon and family. See Doc, and she's right there. We have Josie Cheek to Cheek. Josie, she was here earlier. Martin and Laarni Ponce. We have June and Minda Chin. Fiesta Fast Food, of course, diba? We have Lilibeth Sioson, Hazel, and Olin. Big round of applause for them. Christina Naves. And of course, last but not least, Manman Legaspi. A big round of applause to all of our amazing sponsors. Thank you so much. In behalf of Amore Entertainment and our distinguished panel, we thank you for being a part of Timeless Seasons. All right.
Step into the timeless worlds of Nonoy Zuniga and Lani Misalucha. The peaks and the valleys, the springs and the winters, the seasons. The timeless brilliance of singers, the king of pop ballads, Nonoy Zuniga.
With lasting peace.
And Asia's Nightingale, Lani Misalucha. Amore Entertainment presents Timeless Seasons. Coming this springtime. March 20, Saban Theater, Beverly Hills, California. March 26, Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle, Washington. April 1, San Mateo Performing Arts Center, San Mateo, California. April 2, Pala Casino, Spa and Resort, Pala, California. April 9, Bally's Casino, Atlantic City, New Jersey. April 10, Chicago, Illinois. Timeless Seasons guest artist, Jed Madela and Louis Reyes. This will be a golden experience. Timeless Seasons. Brought to you by Amore Entertainment.
Kumusta po kayo? Ganitong magpadala ng pera sa Pilipinas through Sendwave. Mataas na ang exchange rates, wala pang service fees. I-enter lamang ang iyong pangalan, email address, cellphone number, at gumawa ng password. I-verify ang iyong account gamit ang code na itinext or email sa iyo. I-click ang person icon na nasa itaas bandang kanan at i-enter ang promo code para sa libreng credit na pwedeng gamitin sa iyong unang padala. I-enter ang pangalan ng iyong recipient upang mai-register ito. Pumili kung paano mo gustong matanggap ang perang ipapadala. Pwedeng via GCash. Siguraduhin lamang na fully verified ang GCash account at hindi pa umaabot sa maximum limit. Pwede ring cash pickup. Makakakuha ang recipient ng text message na may voucher code para maklaim sa Cebuana, Palawan Pawn Shop, M. Luwilier at iba pa. At syempre, pwede ring sa major banks gaya ng Metrobank, BDO at PNB. Ilagay ang city o address ng iyong recipient at isave. I-click ang send at ilagay ang amount na ipapadala. Idagdag ang iyong debit card information, zip code at billing address. Maaaring kailanganing i-verify ang iyong identification. Kaya ihanda agad ang picture ng iyong ID para ma-upload sa Sendwave app. Siguraduhin lamang na ang iyong ID ay mula sa iyong bansa. I-click ang Submit at i-confirm ang iyong transaction. Ilang minuto lamang ay matatanggap na ang iyong padalang pera kung GCash o 1 hanggang 5 oras naman sa bank account. O subukan nyo na! I-download mo na ang Sendwave app ngayon.
Salad Master changes lives in Mi Amore Culinary Innovations. We say we love health and we build your wealth with the healthiest cookware in the world, Salad Master. Salad Master started as a food processor and now has expanded to a wide line of cookware. Pia Amore, Legaspi of Mi Amore Culinary. Promote Salad Master cookware, non-reactive to acids and enzymes in our food, as it preserves natural flavors and nutrients of food while building our immune system. Enjoy cooking Filipino food with Salad Master. Mi Amore Culinary will tell you how to build wealth with this cookware. Join our thriving team. Introducing a new way to preserve Salad Master, the virtual demonstration. Mi Amore Culinary of Salad Master. We love health and we will your wealth. Amore Entertainment, all the top-notch artists, all the excellent production values, all the best concert experiences, all the time with Amore Entertainment. Pia Amore Legaspi executive produce of Amore Entertainment from all the U.S. coast, east and west. Amore Entertainment, all the best concert experience, all the time.